Hey, gun people. Man, this is a great little case. It may get a little long because there's so much stuff in here that I just think is key to the difference between a tyrannical government and a government for the people, not to prey on the people. So this is Officer Jordan here, and he's going to earn a donut. Although I don't necessarily agree with him on some things, he's earning a donut because I think he did a pretty good job overall. But the mayor ran these guys off the property, and I really like the mayor. So this is a video off of Audit the Auditor. He does a good job. He gets a little bit more into showing you all the legal. Actually, it's a really good video. He put a lot of time into it. I know how much editing and all that takes, so it's a good video. But I'm going to evaluate the officer and the law from a cop perspective and from a citizen's perspective. All right?
Of the Houston Police Department responded to a call regarding an intoxicated individual.
And this is Houston? Dude, I can't believe a Houston cop handled this that well. Houston. Oh, Mississippi. I'm thinking Houston, Texas. Freaking left-wing bullshit. Oh, that's right. It's not Texas. All right, here we go.
Who had allegedly driven to the Highway 63 pit stop gas station and liquor store in Houston, Missouri. He parked his cruiser in the parking lot and approached the front door of the establishment.
Okay, so this part right here is where I don't agree with him. He kind of came on like a little bit of a tyrant and kind of jumped on this dude. Look. This guy is drunk. Probably shouldn't be driving. He drove to the liquor store. Somebody called and said this guy's drunk driving and he's driving crazy. He's going to go in and contact the guy.
It's right down here.
Hold on. You're not going anywhere.
Very rude. Interrupts. Hold on. Doesn't let him finish. If he was really good, he would have just listened to the conversation and gathered more probable cause. Because he interrupted, he didn't get a chance to hear this guy talk, maybe stumble, slur his words. If he'd have just stood there and let them talk, it would have been a smarter move for him gathering evidence. But because he was arrogant and rude and kind of interrupted, hold on, you ain't going anywhere, and took control and jumped in as King Police, he's still going to earn a donut because overall he does pretty good.
They're right there. You got a camera that shows him driving up?
I don't know how to work it.
Okay, but do you have one? Okay, I need to talk to you real quick. Come here. Here's the situation.
Okay, so why did he ask for a camera? In most states, not all, depending on the state, you have to read your statute. A cop cannot arrest for a misdemeanor not committed in his presence. Drunk driving is usually a misdemeanor. I'm sure they're going to make it a class 1 felony, life in prison if they get their freaking way. There are actually countries out there that you get the death penalty for drunk driving and you get life in prison. Check it out. I did a research paper on this in college, and there are literally countries out there that will freaking kill you for drunk driving. But I digress. So far, it's still a misdemeanor here.
Got a call.
So for a misdemeanor not committed in your presence, you usually need someone else to see the event and to prove that you have probable cause to make this arrest. So if I walk up to a call and say, hey man, this guy pushed me, that's a misdemeanor. I didn't see him push you, so I can't arrest him. If you want me to arrest him, you can do a citizen's arrest, and I'll take him into custody saying he committed a misdemeanor in your presence. And then you go to court, and all I'm going to do is the official arrest. I'll give him a ticket to appear in court. I'll get him in the system, and you got to deal with it, not me. All right? That's some states. Some states, not that way.
Stated that they believe that you be intoxicated. Okay. Have you had anything to drink today? No.
Okay, so he breaks eye contact. The guy is swaying. If you watch him when with this video footage, if you watch the background of him swaying and his speech is slurred, I mean, obviously the guy's been drinking unless he's on insulin or having a diabetic, and I know I'm going to get the haters here that say, man, look, everybody knows a drunk when they see a drunk. Just because you're a cop doesn't mean you're a freaking idiot. He's drunk. He shouldn't be driving. I get that.
No. Nothing drink at all.
No.
No? Nope. Nope. Because you kind of seem like your eyes are a little watery, kind of glass.
Okay, so this is where the cop is documenting, basically on a camera, his observations on why I think he's drunk. Eyes are glassy, bloodshot, those are standard terms. Every cop's taught it in the academy. That's what you're looking for. Eyes get glassy for a lot of reasons. Allergies, somebody could have a cold. There's a lot of reasons. But when you put it all together, slurred speech, swaying, lack of dexterity, wavering, you could tell when somebody's drunk. You just have to be able to articulate the facts that get you there. Strong odor alcohol, etc. I don't know if he's got alcohol, whatever.
I see a little bit of bloodshot. Is that your car out front?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Would you mind taking a breathalyzer test for me?
No.
Okay, so this guy does a good job at saying no, 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 doesn't give a statement, doesn't give conflicting statements, doesn't turn it into an asshole, doesn't start fuck you, I'm not giving you. He does a good job at being a drunk and not escalating. Okay? So I'll give him props for that. And he walks.
You won't? Nope. You won't? I've been driving.
Officer
Okay, so this is the first statement that he makes that now I can prove different. Because he just lied to me and said he's not driving. Although lying's not a crime to local cops, it is to the feds. It's not a crime to local cops. It can be construed as obstruction of investigation. If you lie to me about something, where I would charge somebody with lying is if I was looking for a violent felon, and I've done this before, and I go to the parents' house and they tell me, he's not there, he's never been here, no, you can't search. I was like, look, this guy's a danger to the public, we got to get him in custody, I realize your son. He's not here, you need to leave. And then all of a sudden I hear a window slam or a door slam, he runs out the window and he gets away. I'll go back and arrest the parents for obstruction because they delayed me in doing my job and they hit a felon. Now, I don't even know if it stuck or what the plea deal, because the DA can plea anything out. But normally, lying in itself is not a crime, but it can be considered obstruction.
You haven't been driving, so when we pull that camera up there, it's not going to show you driving that motor vehicle.
You notice the cop is trying to get admissions by talking to you. This cop isn't being his friend. He's being polite, but he's not being his friend. That's why you don't talk to the cops. I got nothing to say. Can I leave? I want an attorney. Anytime, as soon as you say you want an attorney, when you're dealing with the police, anything they ask you after that, if you answer, and this goes on for 20, 30 minutes, you're detained, you get relaxed, you forgot that he told you, but as soon as you say you want an attorney, if he asks you a question later, he can't use it. It's going to be suppressed when it goes to court. So that's why you either get out, I want an attorney right away.
It's not? No. Okay. It looks like you've been drinking. I can smell it. Man. How much have you had to drink today? None.
Guy gives good questions. I ain't admitting nothing, but he shouldn't be answering questions. If he just said, I don't feel comfortable with this, I don't want to talk, can I leave? I'm not answering anything. Those would have been better answers. This cop is slowly trying to are you sure? I smell alcohol. Are you sure? He's trying to get an admission. And then when you deny, this video would be played in court saying not only was he drunk, he was lying and he knew he was drunk. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been lying. Consciousness of guilt.
They stated they seen you drive up here. You're
I don't care what they stated. Don't fucking talk to the cops.
intoxicated. I'm not going to allow you to.
Who said I drove it?
Sir, I'm not going to tell you who. I'm just telling you what I've observed. Okay, so
What you observed is your dealings here with him and his conversations and his slurred words and his smell of alcohol.
going to detain you. Go ahead and try and put your hands on my back.
So right here, this stare right here, this always got me. Remember, the most critical point when a person is going to fight or escape or shoot or stab or do anything is right when you go for the handcuffs, because they know that is their last chance. I got to make the decision. Am I fighting and running, or am I going to let him cuff me? And this pause and stare is always critical when I was arresting people.
Okay, so I'm going to detain you. Go ahead and try and put your hands on my back. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
And he
I'm
complied.
going to detain you right now. You're not under arrest. But I'm going to detain you until I can find out if you've operated that motor vehicle up here.
This is a lawful detention. He's conducting an investigation of a criminal act or crime, and he can detain you. Look, don't get mad at me about being jackboot and everything. I'm just telling you what the law is. I didn't make the law. I didn't pass the law. I'm just telling you. So you people want to come here and call me a jackboot. I got no problem holding cops accountable, but if you're going to have rules that the cops can follow, when they follow the rules, you can't be mad, okay? Or you don't want to hear the answer, don't ask the question.
When I find out you operated that motor vehicle up there in intoxicated condition, you will be placed under arrest for driving underneath the influence of alcohol.
This cop's being fair. I don't know if he would say that. That can be construed. It could jack up a drunk person. When somebody's drunk, just do your job and move on. I think he's doing his job pretty fairly.
Do you understand?
Officer Jordan places the suspect's behavior.
Come on. Sir, do you have your driver's license on you? Okay, we can play that game too, bud.
Okay, so the cop kind of loses me here. We can play that game. It's not a game. I know it seems like a game to cops because not everybody does it, but it's a citizen exercising his rights within the law to not talk to you and not self-incriminate. Why do all cops think it's a game? It's not a game. Now, I'll admit, when I was a cop working and somebody did that, I kind of looked at it as, okay, whatever. You've either been in the system, you got an attorney, you're going to be a smart ass, you don't want to cooperate. I get it. You don't want to give shit against you. I get it. Probably wasn't the great. It didn't make my job easy, but it's not citizens' job to make it easy for government to penalize, tax, arrest, and ruin their life. I wish cops would just figure that shit out.
You have a driver, you have a wallet on you, bud?
Have Jay come get
Being
my
polite?
car.
Calling him
I
bud?
didn't do nothing, man.
You drove your car up here drunk, and I'm going to go back here and review those cameras.
I didn't drive up
Sir,
there.
you are obviously intoxicated.
He's calling him sir. He's not trying to escalate. He's not calling him a dick. You're going to fucking jail. You lied to me. You're a piece of shit. Not doing any of that. Good for the cops.
As bad as I can get.
This is probably not the best thing to say to a cop. You're drunk. Well, it's not as bad as I could get. That's not going to play real well in court. Let's hear that again.
Drive up
Sir,
there,
you are obviously intoxicated.
Not as bad as I can get.
Okay, but you still are. Correct?
I would have had to start laughing. Sorry.
But have a seat right there for me. Again, you're not under arrest right now. You're just being detained while I investigate
For
this.
what?
For driving while underneath the influence of alcohol.
I'm not
Sir,
driving.
I'm going to ask you to step in that vehicle, or I'm going to arrest you for not doing it. I'm giving you a lawful order.
Pants.
Okay, I don't like this lawful order. I'm going to arrest you. I don't think he need to go there, but he's kind of within his right to do that. I just don't think he could have. To me, this is where cops like to escalate, push their authority on a guy that's already in handcuffs. He really can't do anything, and now you think you might not be able to arrest him for what you want to. You think he's playing a game because he doesn't want to talk to you, so you want to escalate it into resisting. So I didn't like this comment, but it wasn't too
Sir,
much.
your pants are fine. Step in the vehicle.
I'm trying.
All right, well, I'm taking time with you.
And he is taking time with him. I'll give him that.
I'm being gentle with you.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right, hang tight.
So he's treating him like a person. I like that.
For me real quick.
All right.
Is there anybody you can call to get the camera?
I called Jeremy and he was like,
Is there anybody you can call to get the camera? Now look, I've done this to businesses, and I don't like when I see cops do this to business. When I did this to business, and I can't think I've done it a lot, but it's usually I am after somebody who I'm hot on the trail who is a dangerous felon. One time there was a child that was beat and ended up dead, and we went back, and the owner was kind of uncooperative, and I was like, dude, this guy just walked in here. I'm trying to pin down his freaking movement. You got the video. You can show me. That's all I want to do is see it. You want to say, fuck the cops, blah, blah. And the guy wouldn't do it, and we had to end up going and getting a warrant, and we went back and got it. And it helped the case because we showed that it was in this guy's custody before the kid ended up dead. But on this case, to kind of intimidate them to arrest one of their customers, kind of bullshit. We're not talking about a kid dying or you're chasing a violent felon.
take his number, and if he can wait till first thing in the morning, he says, I'll get it to him. And I was like,
I
don't
need it
think
tonight.
they're gonna wait.
I need it tonight. The cop really doesn't need it tonight. He's not familiar with the law. Look, this cop can arrest this dude. Probable cause is that set of circumstance that would lead a reasonable person to believe a crime was committed and the person committed it. His car is here. He's in possession of the keys. He's inside the store. Somebody, I don't know who, said he was driving. I think he was driving. I arrest him and I tow his car. And I let the courts and the DA figure it out. They want to drop it? Great. They don't? Whatever. Now, you're going to call me a jackboot for doing that, but the cop is totally within his rights lawfully to do that. If you don't like that, then change the law and quit electing freaking career politicians that don't believe that government has enough power and in passing more laws instead of electing people that think government has too much power and they want to get rid of laws. Don't blame me.
No, I need it tonight.
I need it tonight. Tough shit. This business doesn't work for you. This is where cops can intimidate businesses, especially liquor establishments, because they can threaten, well, I'll call the alcohol, you sell liquor, you've got a business license, you got a liquor license, I can make your life miserable, you better freaking work with me. And I've seen cops do this.
I'm so glad
Did
he
he?
came in when
Did
he
you
did.
see him when he came in?
Absolutely. He come in and well, the other officer was in here. He was walking in and he was like, I've already got that full once.
So now he has a witness that saw him get there. He's got more than enough to arrest this guy. But he's trying to say, I want to see him driving. He got caught up and he wants to. He doesn't need that for probable cause. Obviously, he needs that for a case, but he doesn't need that for probable cause.
He's drunk as hell. Could you watch him on my passenger side, make sure you don't try and kick out my window or something? Thanks.
I just arrested him yesterday. He was drunk yesterday.
I just arrested him yesterday. He was drunk yesterday. who think that helps the probable cause a little bit. Of course it does.
Was it? That's what he was saying, but I need to review the camera. She stated he did come in, so as long as I can see it, I'm going to take it.
Okay, so these two people coming up is the mayor and the business owner. And I freaking love these guys because they are anti-government. They're fed up with cops preying on citizens. And that's my biggest complaint with cops, is you don't go after real criminals. You want to harass everyone else trying to live their life. If you cops would figure that shit out, everybody wouldn't hate you and they wouldn't celebrate when one of you guys got blown away. And they wouldn't think it was funny when you guys protect all your crooked cops and that blue line bullshit. Instead, you want to come here and blame me for calling you guys out. Stop harassing decent people and go after criminals, which there are plenty of, and stop being a pussy and harassing regular citizens that may drink and drive. Rick, I had somebody killed by drunk driving. Whatever. I don't want to hear all that bullshit. People have been driving drunk since you can drive. They operate equipment. They can go out in the street drunk. They can, whatever.
Thanks.
This is the mayor.
Guy, he's drunk. I need to see the camera. This is a drunk guy. It's
My
cool.
cameras are for.
My cameras aren't for you guys. I love that. These are private cameras. Good. Unfortunately, there is no such thing as private in this country. If I go get a warrant, a search warrant or a subpoena, they're both court orders. If a court orders you to give me those cameras, you have to give them to me. Now, there's nothing to say you can't, clear your cameras during normal routine, and then I would have to prove that you were destroying evidence. But you could say, hey, I tried to get the camera and it was deleted. It was obstructed. Prove otherwise. If I show up with a warrant or subpoena, I can get your cameras as a cop. If I really want to be a jerk, I can hold your business and say nobody touches the camera until I get the warrant, because I don't want you destroying evidence, and I'm going to go get a warrant now. And I'll mess up your business for 2 or 3 hours till I can get that warrant. And when I come back, you have to comply right now, or I'll arrest you for violating and not complying with the court order. And I'll seize all your cameras, and I'll have a video specialist. Now, most cops aren't going to go through that for a low-level crime like this. But if this was a homicide, you bet your ass that's the way it would have went down.
This is a drunk guy. It's
My
cool.
cameras are for.
Oh, man, I like this dude. This is a good mayor. These are the kind of people we need to elect that are for citizens and against cops and government. You cops need to learn that you work for the people and stop harassing everybody and thinking we all work for you and it's our job to kiss your ass and to give you everything you need so you can harass and do your government bidding on taxing and fining and tickets and all this other bullshit, okay? We're not talking about somebody killing a kid, molesting a kid, rape.
Okay, so...
These are private cameras.
Right, so...
Okay, I want it in writing that you even requested.
Okay, now he said I want it in writing. He should have been more clear. If you say you want it in writing from me, okay, I'll write you a note right now. I need the cameras. If you just want it in writing, I'll give you something in writing. I think what he means is I need a court order, a search warrant. I need to be compelled to give you this. I'm not giving it to you voluntarily. I need to compel by law to where I risk violating the law if I don't give it to you.
Okay, I can give it to you, Willie, and write it. That's fine. I mean...
I don't know if this cop knows he's the mayor. I would think he does, but I don't know.
Okay, dude.
So this guy is a little bit more aggressive. He's not doing a great job, but he's pissed off that the cops prey on liquor stores. Now look, I'm telling you, cops hang out by liquor stores. They park down the street from bars at night so they can get it. They're easy arrest. They get kudos for not sitting out there just hiding. They write tickets. They make arrests. They pull people over. The sergeant says, good job, you guys are earning. We can next budget we'll ask for more money because you guys are making a lot of stops and arresting a lot of people. Now we can justify more cops and more government. If I get more cops, then we get more supervisors. We get more supervisors that can promote. Government grows like a freaking out of control freaking sub-being, and it always wants to grow more. And it does that by preying on citizens. It's bullshit.
No, okay, dude, nothing.
So this guy goes, okay, dude. No, not okay, dude. This guy is hostile toward cops, which I'm okay with. He's probably sick and tired of the cops doing this shit to him.
I've had it with your...
Seriously.
Yeah.
No, we don't do that.
No, we don't do that. Good for him. Country boy with some chew in his mouth.
Okay, so what I got...
What are you doing here in this parking lot?
Your lady called me.
Okay, so the cop misspoke here. Your lady called me. I don't think the cop was lying. He's probably a little concerned that the mayor is asking him questions, and he tried to answer quickly without thinking. And he said, "Your lady called," which implied the clerk called. I guarantee you, if this guy and this guy's the owner, there is no way that they are telling their clerk to call the police. So they're pissed when he said they called. That gave them a reason to be there. They want to say, "You cops are here harassing us parking across the street." And now they can't. So this kind of threw a bug, and this gets them and the police on odd ends. And I think this cop literally misspoke.
Said that you got a drunk guy here getting ready to leave, so keep him from getting in the vehicle. I'm asking to see if I can see the cameras to prove that he drove up here.
I love this guy. No.
We're not doing that.
I would never do that for any citizen. These are
I would never do that for any citizen. Good for this guy.
private cameras, Pet. I'm not with people getting watched all the time or any of that stuff.
And you sat across the road over here for a day for an hour and
I'm not
15
even-
minutes watching my place.
As a business
I'm not
owner,
watching. I'm running traffic.
As a
He's even
business
asked me to
owner,
do said thing.
to watch traffic. As a business owner, nobody's going to come and buy anything from the liquor store with the cops sitting across there.
He's right. Cops sit out there. It's not that they won't come in and buy. And this can be interpreted as you're selling to drunk people. And why would somebody not buy unless they were committing a crime? It doesn't matter if you commit a crime in this day and age. You don't want to be around fucking cops because you guys prey on freaking everybody. You have no morals. You have no decency. All you want to do is get out there and write your damn tickets, collect revenue, find a reason to arrest somebody, follow my lawful order, I'll arrest you. It's just freaking ridiculous. And people are fed up with you guys. And you just don't get it.
It's not good for business.
Okay.
You're a liar. You said she called the cops and she did not call the
Okay, so this really set this off. You're a liar. Now, she didn't say she called the cops, but she did say she saw him drove up. If I was a cop there, I'd be, "Look, I misspoke. I apologize. Someone called, not your lady. However, when I got here, I asked your employee, and she said she saw him drive up." That's what the cop should have said. It would have covered him a little bit better, but it set this guy off that he thinks now the cop is lying, because all citizens think cops are lying because you guys have no freaking judgment on how to back the fuck off the citizens and go after real criminals and leave other people alone. I don't know how else I could say it to you cops.
cops.
I did not call the cops.
Okay.
So you're a liar.
Sir, I'm going to tell you.
Get the out of here.
Sir,
You get out of
Okay, now this guy is really on the verge of threatening behavior, pointing and screaming and yelling. Most states have a law that says actions that could provoke a violent response is against the law, either disorderly conduct or threats or whatever. So this cop could have probably said, "Dude, you need to back up." To be honest, I might have told this dude, you're not yelling in my face and you're not pointing in my face. You need to calm down. I'll talk to you. But if you get in my face and you wave that finger around in a threatening manner, I'm going to take your ass to jail. Now, you can call me a bootleg, but I didn't, I treated people with respect, and you weren't going to do that to me.
here.
sir,
Go.
stop. Sir, stop.
Get out of here. I'm sick of you.
That hand gesture right there,
Out of here.
easily
Sir,
interpreted as a
stop.
punch or
Sir,
freaking
stop.
threatening.
Out of here. I'm sick of you.
I mean, this guy is overboard. Now, I don't think this cop should have arrested him. I'm not saying I would have arrested him, but I definitely would have backed his ass down and said, "Dude, I'm going to warn you again. You need to knock that shit off."
You.
Sir,
You lied about that.
I didn't lie about.
So the mayor came over and deflected him off the other guy and got his attention to him, which is good. The problem is, would this cop have done this if this wasn't the mayor? Would he have backed down from the citizens like he did because he's the mayor? My guess is probably not, but maybe the cop is a decent guy and he would have. He seems like a pretty decent guy, so I got to give the cop props.
Nothing.
You said she called. You just
Okay.
said that.
She
You just-
called
you
or
need to
somebody
leave.
called.
You need to leave here.
Out of here.
Okay, you need to leave? I don't really care if you're a mayor or not. Actually, I'm conducting an official investigation, and I don't need to leave. Matter of fact, I can tow this car and I can arrest him on probable cause that I think he drove here from the statement and from other people that called and my contact with him. So had this cop been a little bit more experienced, he didn't back. He could have not backed off. I'm not saying he should have. He could have not, per the law.
Don't ever pull back on this parking lot again.
You
I
need to
told you
leave.
that with one business. I'm telling you with this one.
I'm telling you as a business owner, politely.
Okay, I don't think this guy owns his business. Maybe he does, has a business owner. but he is being much more calmer. Heads prevail.
You need to leave here.
Business? I'm telling you with this one.
I'm telling you as a business owner, politely, you need to leave here.
We're going to go. Hey, Andy, will you get his keys?
Okay, so the cop swallows his pride, swallows the law. He could have jumped on his disorderly conduct, obstructing an investigation. You don't yell at me, got his ego. He didn't. He walked away. That's why he's getting a donut. He does a lot of things good here.
Get the out of here.
The guy yelling at him and kind of provoking is just, look, when you win an argument, just win it and shut the hell up. There's no reason to kick a guy when he's down. So, to me, this is just trying to escalate it when you've already won to freaking cock walk around with your chest out, whatever.
Get in your car and get out of here.
Hey, right now I'm here lawfully for an investigation.
No, you're not on my property.
Yes, I am.
Because no one calls you. Get out
All
of
right,
here.
Okay, he's wrong. Someone did call him, and there's a car there that was possibly evidence of a crime. He hasn't searched the car. There is a very easy case for this cop to go, look, I'm towing this car. There could be evidence. There could be open beer containers in there, which would make my case even stronger. There could be drugs in there. There could be a weapon in there. Not that officer safety matters, but there could be an unlawful. This car right now is evidence of a possible crime. And he could literally tow this car, inventory it, get a search for it. He could seize it under the evidence code and saying, I'm not going to search it, but I'm going to tow it, secure it, and then I'll get a warrant to search it. So that was always in the purview of this cop. If he knew and if he was, understanding the law, he could have done that. I'm not sure I'd want to waste all my freaking time on this for a freaking guy that's drunk. I got him off the road. He's not driving. Move the hell on. There's got to be somebody out there doing more serious shit than this bullshit. This is why cops now, 90% of them, we hire freaking pussies, and then they want to hang out for the easy shit to get their stats to look like they're cops and they're in control. They want to deal with people that don't fight back. They don't want to deal with real criminals because they're all chicken shits.
I'm going to call the chief.
Andy, I want him gone.
I'm going to call the chief. All right, you can do that.
I want the car removed.
No, leave the car there.
He said he's fine with it there, so.
Okay, that's fine. You just want to grab his...
So here's what happens, people. When you cops, and this is for the cops, I'm talking to any cops that watch it. Most cops don't watch me because they don't like to have their little feelings butt hurt and shit. For you cops out there, this is what gets your ass killed. This is what gets your ass beat. And I'm not promoting violence. I'm just telling you, when citizens get fed up with your bullshit, they don't look out for you. They don't give a shit if you need help. You're going to pull somebody over, 2 or 3 people. They're going to get out and start beating the shit out of you. And people are just going to drive by and go, you know what? You fuckers have been preying on good people. Fuck you. You get what you want. You set yourself up. That's why I have a series, Earning the Hate. You guys earn this shit by not knowing that you work for the people, and when the people respect you and trust you and realize that you're honest, good people, they will help you when you need help. But when you shit on everybody with obstruction, failure to ID, lawful order, you will respect me shit, nobody gives a shit what happens to you. I'm actually trying to help you dumbasses. You think I'm trying to hurt you.
Keys?
Where is his keys?
In the car.
Does he want it secured or anything?
Wow.
All right, bud. Hold up. Check it out.
What the was that about?
So this guy's in the back seat saying, hell yeah, let everybody fight. If they're not fighting, if he's not arresting me, he's fighting with somebody else.
It's whatever. So here's the deal. Again, like I said, you're not being under arrest, okay? I'll detain you.
What's that about?
Will you listen to me for a second?
See, this guy's drunk. He's more worried about what that was about than to listen. The cop's trying to let him go and he doesn't even realize it, which further proves he's drunk.
Get this done. You can walk out of here, okay? I'm not going to place you under arrest. You're not getting in that car, though. If you get in that car, you are going to go to jail.
Okay, so he tells him the truth. Actually, I think he could arrest this guy for drunk in public, a danger to himself. It would be kind of bullshit, but this guy is kind of pretty drunk. And I don't know if he's getting more drunk or whatever, but we'll see.
Well,
Turn around for me.
I guess I'll have to walk on.
You'll have to walk back to Kabul, bud.
I guess I'll have to walk back. Another statement of admission that I have to walk back could be inferred that he drove here and now he has to walk back. It wasn't like, hey, I walked here anyway. I told you I didn't drive. I'll walk back. I don't care. That would have been a better statement, but no statement is the best.
I'll have a chat with this deputy real quick, and we'll kick it.
I'll call Jay's and have him.
Have him tow it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can get that done, too.
So the cop even says, hey, we can get that done too. We'll call Jace for you. Now, there's a difference between a cop towing a car on a citizen's request and calling a tow company versus towing it and securing it for evidence. I think this, I don't think anything else happened. So Audit the Auditor gives guys grades, and he gives the cops an A+ for what he handled. I don't know if I would give him an A+. I might give him an A-, but he definitely earns a donut.
And I would encourage other law enforcement officers to learn from his example. Mayor Walker and Mr. Foster get a C-, because although...
Okay, I don't agree with this at all. This guy gets an A+. This guy maybe a B+, A-, for his profanity and kind of trying to escalate things. But these guys are citizens, and to me, they get, when it's a tie, it goes to the citizen, not government. Now, government believes when it's a tie, it goes to government. That's not what I believe. All right, great little learning video. Hope you got something out of it, and we'll end that there.